Imagine the tense atmosphere as a US pilot, navigating through international waters, finds himself face to face with a Chinese warship. What unfolds next is a story filled with diplomatic tensions and unexpected twists. This isn't just any ordinary encounter. It's a high-stakes moment that left both nations and the world in shock. But how did a pilot end up landing on a Chinese vessel? In this video, we unravel the incredible sequence of events that led to this unprecedented incident and its global ramifications. The South China Sea has long been a hotspot for military activity, with tensions simmering between various nations over territorial claims. Amidst these geopolitical rivalries, US pilots routinely fly missions to assert freedom of navigation, a principle the US upholds vigorously. But on one fateful day, a routine mission turned into an international incident when a US pilot found himself in a perilous situation that required quick thinking and precision. Our story begins with a standard reconnaissance flight. The US pilot, experienced and well-trained, was conducting a mission near contested waters. Suddenly, a technical malfunction forced the pilot to make a life-or-death decision. With no friendly bases nearby, his options were limited. Scanning the horizon, he spotted a Chinese warship. Despite the risks, it was his only chance to avoid a catastrophic crash. As the pilot communicated his emergency to the warship, the tension was palpable. Would they allow him to land? What would the consequences be? The Chinese crew, though wary, recognized the gravity of the situation. Orders were given, and the deck was cleared for an emergency landing. The pilot, fully aware of the risks, made his approach, executing a maneuver that would test his skills like never before. The moment of truth arrived as the US aircraft touched down on the Chinese warship's deck. It was a precarious landing, but the pilot managed to secure the aircraft without incident. Chinese crew members rushed to assist, providing medical aid and securing the plane. For a moment, hostility was set aside in favor of humanitarian action. This act of cooperation in the face of the crisis was a rare sight, sparking immediate speculation about the implications. As news of the incident broke, both US and Chinese authorities were caught off guard. Media outlets scrambled to report on what many dubbed a shocking twist in US-China relations. Public reactions were mixed. Some saw it as a hopeful sign of potential cooperation, while others feared it could escalate tensions. In diplomatic circles, urgent discussions began, with both sides seeking to manage the situation carefully to avoid further conflict. Back in Washington and Beijing, officials debated the next steps. Should they treat this as a humanitarian exception or a breach of protocol? The US government emphasized the emergency nature of the landing, urging China to see it as a non-aggressive act. Meanwhile, Chinese officials were wary, viewing the incident through the lens of their ongoing territorial disputes. In interviews following the incident, the US pilot recounted his experience, emphasizing the difficult decisions he had to make in mere moments. He spoke of the professionalism of the Chinese crew, who, despite the political tensions, acted with humanity and care. His account added a human dimension to the story, highlighting the common ground that can be found even in conflict. International media coverage was relentless. Analysts dissected every detail, from the technical malfunction to the diplomatic exchanges that followed. Speculation about the long-term impact on US-China relations dominated the headlines, with experts offering differing opinions. Social media was abuzz, with debates raging about whether this incident could lead to improved relations or a new wave of hostilities. From a military perspective, the incident raised several questions. How did the malfunction occur? Could it have been prevented? Both nations reviewed their protocols, seeking to ensure that such an event would not catch them unprepared in the future. For the US, it was a reminder of the unpredictable nature of military operations in contested regions. Public opinion varied widely. In the US, some viewed the pilot's actions as heroic, a testament to the skill and bravery of American aviators. In China, the reaction was more subdued, with the state media emphasizing the need for vigilance and the importance of sovereignty. Globally, the incident was seen as a potential turning point, with many hoping it could lead to reduced tensions and increased dialogue. Beyond the immediate military and diplomatic implications, the incident also had potential economic impacts. Trade relations between the US and China, already strained, were now under further scrutiny. Could this incident affect negotiations or lead to new tariffs? Businesses on both sides watched closely, concerned about the stability of their operations in the region. Despite the geopolitical complexities, the humanitarian aspect of the story stood out. The Chinese crew's willingness to help a foreign pilot in distress highlighted a shared human value. This act of compassion was celebrated by many, showing that even in conflict, empathy and cooperation can prevail. It served as a reminder of the importance of seeing the humanity in those who might otherwise be viewed as adversaries. As the dust settled, analysts began to assess the long-term impact of the incident. Would it lead to a new era of cooperation, or would it be a mere blip in the ongoing rivalry? The answer wasn't immediately clear, but the incident certainly set a precedent. How both nations handled the aftermath would shape their future interactions. For now, the world watched, waiting to see if this twist would lead to new opportunities or deepen existing divides. Both militaries took away valuable lessons. For the US, the importance of robust maintenance protocols was underscored. For China, the incident highlighted the need for clear protocols when dealing with unexpected situations involving foreign military personnel. These lessons, if implemented effectively, could reduce the likelihood of similar incidents in the future. Despite the tensions, some saw the incident as a potential bridge. Could this be an opportunity for increased military-to-military communication and understanding? While significant hurdles remained, the incident showed that even in conflict, there could be moments of shared purpose. Though fraught with challenges, this path to cooperation was a glimmer of hope in an otherwise tense relationship. The story of a US pilot landing on a Chinese warship is a testament to the unpredictability of international relations. It's a tale of bravery, tension, and unexpected cooperation. As we look to the future, this incident reminds us of the complexities of global politics and the importance of handling such moments with care and wisdom. If you found this story as compelling as we did, like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more in-depth coverage of the most intriguing military stories around the world. Stay informed and stay engaged.